Finally, after over a year trying to get onboarded on this platform as a driver, finally, I can say I've been activated. Now that platform is Grubhub. And I want you to watch this entire video for two reasons. Number one, I'm going to go over two things that might have actually helped me and might help you get onboarded really on any platform. And then I'm going to take you through this onboarding process. There's some questions and some more that you're going to want to see. Now, I initially applied again, probably a year and a half ago. It was in San Diego, California. And I reapplied recently here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So was it just a simple market change? I don't think so. And there's a reason for that. So again, finally approved, which is good because why? You want a multi-app, right? You want to drive on as many apps as possible to select the best one for you. All right, so let's go through the onboarding process because I feel like there's actually questions that you need to kind of correctly answer to actually get onboarded here. So we can see here, let's get started. You have, again, here we go, 7 questions to answer. We have a few questions to begin with. First one, obviously very easy, right? Are you at least 18 years of age or older? Now, I thought this was interesting. Their website says 19, but I guess this onboarding, at least here in Pittsburgh, it says 18. Nextly, just basic stuff. We have zip code. And then what will be your mode of transportation while making deliveries? We have car, motorcycle, and I do not have access to a car or motorcycle. Now, I do want to give you some feedback. Now, keep in mind, this is just my opinion. I, of course, don't have access to the back end of these apps here, but I feel like some of these answers, again, might help you get onboarded. So pay attention to this. So for instance, like this one, it says, when would you prefer to work? Now, again, this is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this. But I mean, just algorithmically for their onboarding process, does Grubhub need more drivers here in Pittsburgh, especially in the mornings, the afternoons, or the evenings? Now, again, it probably doesn't matter, but let's continue here because we can see here. The next question, what days of the week would you prefer to work? Now, I feel like this is really compounding here. So again, the weekdays, which is fine, right? You're still driving, you're still going to be working on the platform. But the weekends might be even better for you. Again, when it comes to onboarding here, because you're not technically onboarded yet, it's busier, and that's when Grubhub may need more drivers. And then continuing, this one's like kind of an interview question, right? It says, how soon are you looking to start, right? It kind of stands to reason if Grubhub is bringing on drivers in your marketplace, what's better for them, right? Immediately, or within the next 2 weeks, or within the next month. Now, I'm saying, I mean, you should still, of course, answer this honestly, but food for thought there. And I say that those other questions are kind of important because I was kind of surprised to see this. It says you've qualified for the next step. You have 4 questions to answer. So I've qualified. It kind of infers that you may not qualify. All right, so let's continue here. Again, basics here. We'll just zip through this. First name, last name, of course, shipping address. Now, what I do like with Grubhub and other platforms do this as well, like DoorDash, but they will give you some accessories, a hot and cold bag. Now, when you reach 100 deliveries on Grubhub, they'll give you I think it's called a deluxe starter set. You get even, I guess, better hot and cold bags. I believe it's 2. Okay, social, and then we'll verify our ID here. So we'll just scan the front and back of the ID. And it says, next, we'll need a selfie, pretty straightforward. So we can see here, it just needs a picture, and then you can change it, which I did afterwards, to a more, professional picture. And keep in mind that actually does matter. That is something that your customers may see, or certainly the restaurant and the merchant will see. I mean, for me, every little bit helps there. Just make sure it's a good picture, right? It's professional, you look friendly, right? There's not a bunch of stuff going on in the background. Okay, so here's our documents, ID front, back, and then the profile picture, which again, we can change later on. And then it says, nice, keep going. You have 2 questions to answer. So it says here, you'll need your car insurance information handy for this part. So here's an example of insurance, and you'll simply upload a picture of it. Let me answer a common question when it comes to vehicle insurance. So you just need standard vehicle insurance to qualify for these platforms. It can be any food delivery platform. It can be Grubhub, DoorDash, or Uber Eats. You just need your standard insurance. But when it comes to that insurance and what they will cover, you're going to need to really speak to your carrier here. So your carrier, this example of Allstate, they may not cover an accident when driving on these platforms. So again, to review, to pass the onboarding, you just need insurance. But to really be in the green with your carrier, you should ask them about a supplemental coverage or a hybrid coverage. So additional or supplemental insurance, that's what I have. I'm trying to remember the amount. It was not much more per month. And yeah, it gives you peace of mind and gives you what's most important, coverage when you're using your vehicle for business, because a personal policy isn't structured to use that vehicle for business. Okay, so we'll upload that insurance card, and then it says set up a direct deposit. Pretty easy there, your accounting and routing number for your bank. So nextly here, we can see authorize your background check, and then it says you have successfully completed the background check form. Now, I was kind of surprised with this. So again, I went back here. It said authorize your background check. Just, put in all the information and click authorize. Typically, and I believe it says here somewhere, we can see it on the next screen, yes, it usually takes 3 to 5 business days. Mine took less than 24 hours. Not sure how it happened. It was actually even submitted after business hours as well. It might have been the next morning. I'm trying to remember here, but it was less than 24 hours. I mean, that's a good thing. It's going to get you on the road faster. So I did like that. So now that I've passed the background check, we can see here driver onboarding. So here we have a bunch of modules, 37 sections here, talking to you about really everything Grubhub, how it works, how orders work, problems, calling support, customer service, problems making a delivery, how you're paid, all of that. But if you've driven on any food delivery platform, it's going to be pretty straightforward. But if Grubhub is your first side hustle app, I would go through all of those sections closely. And then honestly, that is it. This is the home screen of the Grubhub driver app. So I can click on unavailable. I can slide it over to available. And just like that, really within 48 hours, I'm now a driver for the Grubhub platform. Okay, but those two things that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you're trying to get onboarded with really any app and you're kind of stuck, or you think it's not going as fast as possible, here's what I did. Now, again, this is my opinion. I don't have access to the back end of these apps here, but here's my experience. So number one, I used a different email. So the first time that I applied in San Diego, and I have confirmation emails from Grubhub with that application, I used my personal email address. So this time, again, just applying, what was it, like 3 days ago, I used my business, my Your Driver Mike email address. So nothing special there. Now, here's the thing with that. In my opinion, I feel like I've had experience that a different email won't just do it. I believe I've tried this before. You sign up with a different email, trying to submit a new application, right? Maybe something's stuck on the other application. I don't think that's enough. And here's why. Because obviously you're going to put the name of the driver. It does have to be the legal name for tax purposes, for pay purposes, and all of that. But you're going to most likely use the same phone number. And certainly, if you are applying this truthfully for yourself, the same social security number. So I don't think it was just the email, but keep that in mind if you've had experience, using all of the same info. That's what I did. I used all of the same info, my name, my phone number, my social, right? I just changed the email. Let me know if that actually worked for you. But another thing that I was thinking about is I feel like this may have to do with the recent JustEatsTakeaway.com acquisition. So if you didn't know, around June of 2021, investors approved the acquisition of Grubhub by JustEatsTakeaway.com. So there was some new branding, there was a new driver-facing Grubhub app. And I'm just kind of wondering, was there a system shakeup? Was there a system reset, with Just Eat's takeaway coming in? Was there some kind of resets in their systems here that opened up either completely new applications or just opened up more opportunities in certain marketplaces? Again, that is just my opinion, but I say that because, again, I've had applications under different emails on different apps, didn't really do anything because, again, all the info is the same. They say, hey, this phone number is already associated with a current application. So was it this acquisition? Was it an app reset? Have you recently done this? Have you been in the wait list? Actually, let me know in the comments section. Are you on the Grubhub wait list? And if so, have you done what I did? Did you resubmit an application with the same or different info currently since June, right, 2021 with this acquisition? Did it work for you? So that is all to say that now might be the best time to apply or reapply if you're trying to be a driver on Grubhub. And I'll leave it with this. I think you should absolutely have Grubhub. We've seen orders here in Pittsburgh. My brother Matt, he actually got activated first on Grubhub. He's seen 20 and one $30+ order for not a lot of miles. Now that is completely rare. Let's be real here. But you can certainly find those one-off orders that pay like $12 to $15 on Grubhub. So let me know what questions you have down below in the comments. And if you did get value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.